Dennis used to have a great comment about some people he played with. He'd say, like, yeah, I was playing alongside them, you know. Like, in other words, we were moving forward, but we were not bumping off each other or interacting as such. Like, so playing alongside is different from playing with somebody, which is, in playing with somebody, you have a desire to connect musically, to merge your sound in the other person's sound, to merge the tunes. And in wishing to do that, you can only do that if you are also receptive. If you need two receptive people, like, who are willing to be influenced and impacted by the person they are with. You know, in other words, like, yeah, I will surrender some autonomy here, and you will surrender some autonomy, and we will, like, be able to come together. And if that doesn't happen, there's no coming together, really. And then it becomes incalculably, like, enjoyable and pleasurable to play with somebody else when you have that kind of flow of rhythm and phrase and that kind of, you know, common feeling. So, like, my advice to people when they're playing with others is to devote, at a minimum, 50% of their attention and hearing to the other, if not more. You know, perhaps more attention to the other person than to yourself. And I think that's a good starting point for you to kind of begin to merge your playing, you know.
Do you think it's a sort of a necessary part of being a musician to do that?
I do, yeah, I do, because I think what it does is it kind of broadens your own playing. Like, every time you kind of share some tunes with somebody else and you invite them in and you connect with them, your own capacity to play is increased. Your own understanding of how a tune might be played is increased. Your technical capacity is increased and stretched in that process, I think, you know.